Beware the stare of Mary Shaw. She had no children, only dolls. And if you see her, do not scream, or she'll rip your tongue out at the seam.
Actually, I never saw this film even once. I've heard of it. I heard of it because, I'm not sure if you noticed, but other than John Carpenter, James Wan is actually one of the other influences on my filmmaking style. So basically, it's like if, so basically, I would be considered if John Carpenter and James Wan had a love child. I would be that love child. so, um, So yeah, basically, I only seen one of James Wan's types of films, and that's the Saw series. I never seen any of his other works, and one of my friends, Amanda, honestly thinks I should check out his other work. She had a copy of Dead Silence on DVD, so she was pressuring me to watch it. I was hesitant at first because I didn't know, because I was more comfortable with the Saw stuff he did. And then recently, like I think about a week ago, me and her sat down and watched the movie. Um, with the movie stars Donnie Wahlberg. Um, I don't remember any of the other actors. Um, I do know of one other, and that's Ted Raimi. So yeah, starring Ted Raimi and Donnie Wahlberg, directed by James Wan. So, my thoughts on the movie. I loved it. I really did. Like even during like the first 15 minutes, it was like, holy shit, like I just like fell in love with the movie, and as it kept on going more and more, like as it kept on moving on, I fell even more in love with it. Honestly, to the point where it really makes me wish James Wan would come back and do another Saw movie. Because since his technique and that has improved since Saw 1, um, that I think if he were to come back to do, let's say, Saw 10, especially the last Saw movie, I think that would be awesome, Because if Saw 10 is going to be the last Saw movie, I think James Wan should really come back and direct the final installment in the Saw franchise. You know, like just finish what he started. Just finish what he started all those years ago. So now the movie is about. I'm just going to give you. So I'm going to give you a basic plot synopsis. So the movie's about this one guy who I forgot the character's name already. Um, the main character, him and his wife, are all happy and everything, and one dark and stormy night. Yeah, how original. um, they got a mail, like they got a package in. It doesn't say who it's from, anything. They open it, and it's a ventriloquist dummy. Um, which it says the ventriloquist dummy's name is Billy. So they had no idea who sent it to them, all that stuff, and then as the night goes on, um, eventually, his the main character's wife gets killed, and you see the aftermath, and her tongue was completely ripped out, um, like almost looking like a ventriloquist dummy. And yeah, so and then he checks the package in that fervor, the box that the dummy came in. He saw there's some fabric under, like on the at the bottom. He opened it, and it shows for ventriloquist act show. It says Mary Shaw and Billy, and he basically goes back to his hometown because apparently there's a legend there. So the legend is basically that there was this ventriloquist, Mary Shaw. Um, she had like over 100 dolls in that. Her favorite seeming to be Billy, which is the doll that was sent to him and his wife. So basically, the first stop he makes, as far as I remember, is to his father's place. And apparently he remarried, his father remarried, and his stepmother seems very nice, very welcoming, they're, and apparently his father's changed, like he was definitely not, like, would be considered, not considered greatest father of the year. But he claims he's changed, saying stuff like, I wasn't always the best father to you. So, they start talking about Mary Shaw and that legend. So, and then he didn't get much answers there, so he goes to the, I guess, funeral home and that. And he talked to the person who runs the funeral home. And in fact, a lot of the people are so scared of this legend, that like the legend of Mary Shaw, that they do not even dare speak her name. So you're starting to realize, man, there must have been some like real shit going on with that, And they discuss it, like the main character and the person who runs the funeral home discuss about the legend and that even further, much to the funeral home director's dismay. And mentions that, like, so Mary Shaw had no children, nothing like that, and basically she considered her dolls her children. So there was this one ventriloquist act that the funeral home director been to only once, and I was when he was a kid, and there was one person, one kid, actually called her out saying he could see her mouth move and that, and it almost seemed to a point like, because it seemed like she was making the doll argue with the kid and that, and it started to seem like the doll was like almost too real, like almost if the doll was alive. And then apparently the kid goes missing after that. Nobody's found the body since, nothing like that, never found the kid. So then the main character goes back to his motel room, which it turns out, okay, there's one thing I forgot to point out is that there's a investigation going on the main character's wife's death, and they think he's responsible for it. They consider him a suspect for his wife's murder. And the main detective you see throughout the film is portrayed by Donnie Wahlberg. But here's the thing, I had no idea that was Donnie Wahlberg until afterwards. Like, seriously, he didn't look, like, to me, he didn't look recognizable. Like, I didn't recognize him, so. And, weirdly enough, it seems like James Wan really likes putting Donnie Wahlberg as detective roles. And the weird thing is about Donnie Wahlberg in this movie, it seems like his character has a weird, odd thing for shaving. Yeah. Even me and Amanda were, like, going, like, but yeah, anyway, the main character is trying to prove to Donnie Wahlberg that he didn't kill his wife, and that, throughout the way, you see some grisly murders of some of the characters in that, all of which involves their tongue being ripped out. And then you come to realize that the story of Mary Shaw, what happened was so apparently she ended up dying, and her dying wish was to, have her dolls be, buried with her. Which doesn't seem as weird as the next thing that, like, she had one other demand, which was weird as one, and that was to be turned into a doll herself. Like a ventriloquist dummy herself. So, that's what happened. She was buried with her dolls. And it seems like there's something supernatural going on, like, the spirit of Mary Shaw is still around. And it's been the one killing these people. So, and, yeah, so, that's it basically, and I'm not going to get into anything further, because I do not want to spoil this movie for you, whatsoever. Seriously, go check it out. It's an amazing movie. If you like Saw, then you would definitely like, Dead Silence. And I thought it was so good. Like, honestly, I'm surprised they've never made any sequels to this movie. I'm even more surprised about that than, them not making Saw sequels. Because honestly, I think this could have been a really good series if done right. I heard there's rumors about them wanting to do Dead Silence 2 soon. So, hopefully that would be good in that. I know for me, I'm definitely planning on some point soon doing it, like, later down the line, a Dead Silence movie myself. Which, if you guys want to see that, if you guys seen Dead Silence, and you want to see me do a fan film, like a sequel, My Dead Silence 2, tell me in the comments below and let me know, if you want to see that. So yeah, like I said, really love the movie. The twist, just apparently James Wan needs to have a twist in all of his movies. To be honest, I thought it was pretty predictable. I predicted it. Like, I predicted the twist ending just like that. Not to say it was a bad twist at all, I just thought it was predictable. Like, you can see it coming a mile away, honestly. So, other than that, let's see. If I were to give a rating for Dead Silence, I would probably give it I'll probably give it 4 out of 5 stars. It's not perfect, but I just really fell in love with the movie. So yeah, So that's it for today, folks. Hope you liked this review. I'm going to be doing more reviews soon. Let's see. The next review I'm probably going to cover is Candyman. So yeah, hope to see you soon.